nightfall, but you have never failed me yet. Waiting for change to come, knowing the battle's won, for you have never failed me yet. Your promise still stands, great is your faithfulness, faithfulness. I'm still in your hands, this is my confidence. You never failed me yet. I know the night won't last, your word will come to pass. My heart will sing your praise again. Jesus, you're still enough. Keep me within your love. My heart will sing your praise again. Your promise still stands, great is your faithfulness, faithfulness. I'm still in your hands, this is my confidence. You never failed. Your promise still stands, great is your faithfulness, faithfulness. I'm still in your hands, this is my confidence. You never failed me yet. I've seen you move the mountains, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. I've seen you move the mountains, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. I've seen you move the mountains, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. I'll see you do it again. And you've never failed me yet. I never will forget. You've never failed me yet. I never will forget.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for online worship at St. Peter's. We're excited to have you here with us this morning. And if you're not already participating in our interactive stream on Sunday mornings at 9:30, we would love for you to check it out. Simply click on the Worship With Us online button on our St. Peter's homepage or visit the link stpetersedina.online.church. It's a great way to interact with others, request prayer, and get other great resources too. You can check out those resources at the top of this page and be sure to comment in the chat window as we would love to know you are here with us today. This morning we continue to make our way through our Bible Gems to Remember book. We encourage you to follow along with us as we read about Joshua this morning. Joshua became the new leader of the Israelites after Moses, and the time came for them to enter the Promised Land. They needed to cross the Jordan River, so God told them to step in and the water would recede. They did as the Lord said and they were able to cross. They then set up stones as a reminder of the miracle God had done. To find out more, you can read the story starting on page 98 of your illustrated Bible. We also want to invite you to follow St. Peter's on social media. You can stay up to date and receive biblical inspiration on Facebook and Instagram. You can check out all our previous messages as well as songs on our YouTube channel. And you can even follow us on Spotify to listen to music that we're singing each week in our in-person worship service. Thank you so much again for joining us today. Now let's jump into our service with our kids' message.
Stories of the Bible. The Israelites crossed the Jordan. This is Joshua.
Hello.
Joshua was the leader of the Israelites, who God would use to take his people into the Promised Land.
Yeah, let's do it.
Joshua readied his people to cross the Jordan River, which was the only thing dividing the Israelites from the land that God had promised to them.
All right. Right here. Okay.
They camped beside the river for 3 days, waiting, just as the Lord had commanded them. At this time of year, the Jordan River was flooded and flowing with so much water that it was impossible to cross on foot.
And then the Lord said, let there be light. Hey, priest. Yeah? Come on.
God told Joshua to tell the people that the priests would carry the Ark of the Covenant and lead the people through the water. He told the priests to step into the rushing waters.
Wait. Huh?
And when they would do this, the waters would stop flowing.
All right.
And as soon as the priests did this, the water of the Jordan River did stop flowing.
Yeah.
And the priests stood with the Ark of the Covenant on dry ground as the Israelites crossed to the other side.
All right.
God told Joshua to send 12 men from the 12 tribes of Israel
Go get it.
to take 12 stones from the place that the priests were standing. When all this had been finished as God commanded, Joshua called the priests from the Jordan.
We're good. Come on.
As their feet left the Jordan River, the waters came back into place, just as they had been.
Wow. Yeah.
They brought their stones to their camp and set them as a memorial, so future generations might remember the story of how God brought his people through the Jordan River on dry ground.
The time came for the Israelites to enter the land God promised Abraham and his family. After Moses died, God chose Joshua to be the new leader. God told Joshua, "Be strong, be brave. I'll be with you just like I was with Moses." So Joshua told everyone to get ready to cross the Jordan River. The water was deep and flowing fast, and the people wondered how they would get across. By this time, God's people had been wandering around in the desert for 40 years. So you can imagine how sick they were of sand and anything yellow and tense and walking and being hot. And how happy they were to reach the edge of the desert to see their beautiful new home right there in front of them, all cool and green and lovely. there was only one problem. For years, there'd been no rivers, no cool water. And now right in front of them was the Jordan River, and it was at flood stage. And that was blocking them from reaching their destination. We know how dangerous rivers can be after heavy rains. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to pray when the situation right in front of you looks hopeless? When there's nothing you can do? When you need a miracle? Let's focus on miracles for a few moments. It should come as no surprise that miracles have always been poo-pooed. Miracles have never produced faith in those who are unwilling to accept Scripture's testimony about divinity. People find reasons to explain miracles away. That was true when Pharaoh's magicians tried to recreate the circumstances in the plagues that God inflicted upon the Egyptians. That was true when Jesus cast out evil spirits from a young man who had been demon-possessed for years. That's true in 2021. I read an article that was written by a local theological professor to try to convince us that miracles happened in Bible times, but they're no longer needed today. So, he said, there are no new miracles. My goal today is not to give you pointers to recreate miracles. My desire is to help you remember the miracles. That's our Bible gem today. Remember the miracles. Joshua knew what to do. God had given him instructions. Joshua ordered the priests to get the special wood box covered in gold called the ark. Inside the ark were the 2 stone tablets with God's rules written on them. Take the ark to the river, Joshua said, then step into the water. Joshua told the people, God is going to do something amazing. When you see it, you'll know he is with us. He will get us safely across the river, and he will take us to our new home. Anything amazing ever happened before your eyes? Me too. A miracle is an event that appears unexplainable. Answered prayers, moments of divine intervention. A child with a deadly sickness recovers. A rescue after a disaster. An unexplained restoration of a relationship that had gone bad. May I share with you what I believe? There are times that we see the power of God, the God who's invaded time and space to do something too wonderful for humans to duplicate. Just before crossing over into the promised land, Joshua gathered the people to hear the word of the Lord. Their excitement was high, and no doubt they wanted to rush on in, but Joshua made them stop and listen. We live in a fast-paced age where everyone is rushing just to survive. And it's easy to get caught up in our tasks, becoming too busy for what God says is most important, listening to his word. Listen to what Joshua 3 says, Joshua said to the Israelites, "Come here and listen to the words of the Lord your God. This is how you will know that the living God is among you." Now, I'm not going to give you a list of others' miracles. My desire is to help you see the importance of connecting with the God who loves you so much that he'll enter into your situation and demonstrate his mercy and grace. He did that for a group of people stuck on the other side of a raging river. He did that when he sent his son into our world to carry the load when life is impossible. Jesus was called the miracle maker. And every miracle showed his compassion, his restoring, forgiving nature. And that's exactly what we need today. I believe that many of God's miracles have been recorded for us in the pages of the Bible. I believe that God is actively involved in my life and in yours, and I believe God may show you signs and wonders. In fact, if you slow down and recall, you'll remember what God's already done in your life. Remember the miracles. I thank God the Bible is full of remembering. The story of what happened the day they came up to the river is recalled in the prophet Nehemiah. And here's what it says. "But they, our ancestors, became arrogant and stiff-necked, and they did not obey your commands. They refused to listen and failed to remember the miracles you performed among them. They became stiff-necked, and in their rebellion appointed a leader in order to return to their slavery. But you are a forgiving God, gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and abounding in love. Therefore, you did not desert them. Even when they cast for themselves an image of a calf and said, 'This is your God who brought you up out of Egypt,' or when they committed awful blasphemies, because of your great compassion, you did not abandon them in the wilderness." Miracles get our attention. But just because you've witnessed a miracle doesn't mean everything will be instantly different, unless you remember the miracles. And the God who loves you enough to work mightily, supernaturally, amazingly, wonderfully. When you remember the miracles, you will know he is still God with us. Our biblical blessing is from Psalm 105. It's an invitation to remember. Give praise to the Lord, proclaim his name, make known among the nations what he has done. Sing to him, sing praise to him, tell of all his wonderful acts. Look to the Lord and his strength. Seek his face always. Remember the wonders he has done and his miracles.